What is going on, guys? We are back playing some more Minecraft Unabridged, and today I have some good or bad news depending on what you actually like to see in a video. But we're going to take a break from all this work we've been doing outside the house with landscaping and terraforming and all that, because as much fun as it's been, we actually need to do some work inside our house. And I got a nice little surprise right here as we walk up to the door. We have a new Malice's Doors automatic front door that is a player sensor. So you pretty much know you've made it when you have an automatic front door. But really though, we need to do some work on the inside of our base, mainly because we have a really small base, and that's perfectly fine with modded Minecraft because you can do all these different things to make things very compact and fit them into small areas, such as storage systems. And there's actually two really good storage systems offered in this pack. There's a lot of different ways that you could make them using storage drawers and all that, but those really aren't compact. Two really compact ways would obviously be Applied Energistics 2, which we're not going to get into right now, but there's also an RFTools storage system that you can do wirelessly that's really cheap and really effective. Now, I've done this before, and so I'm not going to craft everything on camera. I already crafted all this stuff though. It's not going to be as good as it could be because we're only going to use tier 2 storage modules instead of tier 3, but that's only going to lose out on, I believe, 400 slots or 400 stacks that we could put in there. And we can upgrade it later if we really want to before we go to Applied Energistics 2, but we don't have to. So we're just going to slap this down right in this back corner because you don't really need to access it more than once. You're only going to have to get it powered just whenever. So we can throw it back here, and the only pet peeve I have with this thing is you can't shift click these things in there. Now, it's really not important. You can just place the 4 in there, but I mean, come on, why can't you shift click them in there? So you throw all of them in here, and they all have 200 stacks. They all are ID'd already. And the storage module tablet has been hooked up, already has power, so we are good to go, so we can access all 4 of them. And I guess if you guys need an example, you can cycle through them like this. So this is the 3rd one, 4th one, back to the 1st one. So although they don't stack like 800, like it's not 0 out of 800 stacks like we could totally have, you can use this to kind of sort things like building blocks in one, materials in another, miscellaneous in another, all that good stuff. And there's also different options for how you want it to be displayed. So if you had 2 things in there, you could do it by rows, you could do it with 2 columns, and then you could just do it like this so that you can see more things at once. And we're probably going to stick with this because clearly we are experts at the game and we know what the icons for everything is. So that is pretty much all set up now. It doesn't really drain our power that much. I don't know if it drains more power depending on how many blocks are in there, but I don't think so. And you can see that this will fluctuate a little bit, but it stays consistently at 1 million RF, so that is good. And now the next thing I wanted to actually do today is make it so people can come to our base when they want to. Now, in the Daybreaker series, I learned that there's a really effective way of teleporting and a really cool way of teleporting, also provided by RFTools. So it is the matter transmitter and matter receiver. Now these things look really cool and they're really effective because you can go to all different ones all over the place and hook them up, and they work really great for transporting to spawn and all that, and they can be easily moved and reworked. So we're going to go with those. They're really cheap too. All you need is 1 matter receiver, 1 matter transmitter, and a dialing device hooked up right near them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an Ender IO painting machine. We're going to paint some conduit facades bringing the power all the way down here, and then we're going to put the teleporter over here, the receiver over here, the dialing device below here right in the center, and then we're going to make a portable or charged porter so that we can get back to our base. Now that's the main reason I'm making all this, just because a lot of the time I go away from the base and I don't feel like running all the way back, since I know that a lot of the guys don't even have teleporters in their base yet. I think Non-Sanity does. I don't know about anyone else, but you know, why not make it now so that we're ahead of the game. So when we make these, they're actually relatively easy to craft. And we need 3 different machine frames, so I don't know if we have enough gold nuggets actually. That is one thing. Yeah, we need a couple more gold nuggets and then we should be good. So we can grab all this stuff out of here, then go back to this, and there we go. So we need 3 of these, and the rest of the crafting is really easy. The only annoying part is you have to get all this stuff in your inventory before you start crafting it, and we're going to need a little bit more iron, I think. So we can grab that from up here. Yeah, so we can grab that from up here and we can just use this crafting table. So we got 1 matter transporter, 1 matter receiver, and then we need a dialing device. And actually, you know what I forgot? We want to make a destination analyzer. So there we go. So we're going to need the 4th machine frame, What the destination analyzer does is pretty much tells you if the destination you want to go to has power, because if it doesn't, it can actually kill you. So you want to make sure that you're not going to one that's going to kill you and you lose all your stuff. So, you know, not that we have much stuff to lose, but we want to make sure that that doesn't happen, or happens as little as possible. So on the off chance someone does screw up and not have enough power sent to somewhere, we can just work around it using the destination analyzer, which is really cheap. So we got that, and I think we should have enough ender pearls. We should. The dialing device is really cheap too, so we got the machine frame, and all we need are a couple sticks. It looks like we don't have any sticks in there, so we just gotta make some. And redstone torches, we only need 2. No reason to make more because I don't really use them that often. And dialing device. There we go. So we got everything we need down here. The only thing we need to do is actually make the Ender IO painter. So I don't exactly know what it's called. I think it's right here, painting machine. So this is relatively cheap. I already have all this stuff on me. We just need to make this machine chassis, which takes the basic capacitor, which is also really cheap to make. So we can just use the gold nuggets we have from before to make this. Got a bunch of iron. We might already have some iron bars because I know we made some before, but I'm too lazy to check. Might as well just make some new ones. So we got this, and then I think this should be everything. There we go. So painting machine, and I already have the facades on me, so we can bring it right up here, and I guess we can just throw it down here for now. So we're gonna do the facades for these 3 oakwood planks, this piece of cobblestone, and an oakwood plank up there. So we need 4 oakwood planks and 1 piece of cobblestone. So we got to make sure we have at least one of those blocks on us, and we should be okay. So that's going to be 5. I think I said we have 8. Yeah, so we're good. So we need 4 of those. That's going to take a little bit of time, so we can just start breaking these to come down here, and then we don't need to worry about what's under here because no one's going to see that, and no one's going to see this block or this block either, because those are going to be the transporter and receiver. So we can clear out this area right below here, because that's where we're going to have to put the destination analyzer and the dialing device. So we got these 4 conduit facades, and then we just need 1 for cobblestone, and we should be all set. And then I did make some more energy conduits. They don't need to be upgraded just because they're not really transporting that much power, so it's fine that they're just the lowest tier. And I don't think this will drain our power either, even if it's consistently going. So we got to go down and actually build our way back up. Break this block here. Mr. Creeper, he's just chilling over there. That'd be really bad if he came over and blew up on me right now. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten out of there yet. Oh, that's so weird. Do I have to shift click on it? I've never had that happen before. I guess it might replace the block you have down if you don't shift click on it. There we go. It's jumping and shift clicking. I always hate doing that. Okay, so now we can start wiring this down there. Disable this because it looks a little weird. There we go. And wire it all the way down here. Oh man, we got to make sure we wire it. Oh, I got to go all the way out there now. Gosh darn it, automatic door. You're the best. Okay. We can place this down out here then, I guess. Oh, we can use the glass. Awesome. There we go. Should be wired now. And this is actually really easy to set up. Hopefully you guys can see that right now while I'm setting it up. But it's really easy to set up. I know a lot of the teleporters are, but I was really surprised at how easy it was to set up, considering it's got a lot of different things going on. So I think we should be okay to put this right here, and we should be okay to put this one over here. And I've never actually used the destination analyzer because I always assumed that people would have power always hooked up, but then I died once, so now I actually use it. So all this stuff can go underground because it's really not going to be used that much. So we can put the destination analyzer right there. Huh. Does it need to be hooked up to the power? I don't even know. I don't recall that these... Yeah, see, so I've never used this one before. I don't know if it just works like automatically just by throwing it down. But this one does get hooked up to power, and you can see that Non-Sanity does in fact have a bunch of these. I don't know about everyone else. There's one for the end portal, 2 for Non-Sanity, and then I don't know what those are for. Those might be for other people's worlds, might be just Non-Sanity stuff. So we're going to name this Rage's Base, and it's going to be public, and that should be good. I don't know if you click add or what, or if you just leave it like that. And then this one is going to be, we should say Rage's Base Receiver. And this one will be Rage's Base Teleport. Just so people know what's going on. So we come down here to the dialing device, and you can see that we have Rage's Base Teleport and Rage's Base Receiver. So we need to dial in, I think, do we click on this and just click dial? Transmitter blocked. Oh, you know what, it's that torch. Oh wait, we don't really want to do that though, because that would just send us from one to the other. I guess I can use it to show you guys how it works. So we'll dial these. You can see what I'm saying when they look really cool. I love how that looks. And then if we go into this one, what? Not enough power to start the teleport. Oh, this one's not getting power. Okay. Good thing that this one was the one not getting power and not this one. And one thing I want to check is that this isn't losing too much power. So it had to initially fill those up, but let's see, is it consistently draining them? Because if it is, then we're gonna need to fix that. Okay, so now it's slowing down. Slowing down. Slowly going back up. So we're getting like barely 100 RF per tick with this running, and nothing else up here is running. So it's just this and our storage system. So we're gonna have to work on the power, which I have a plan for next episode. But for now, we're okay. Don't worry. So this should be good to go. I think we can go in this, and boom. So we have teleported. We got our nice achievement there. We actually don't need to keep these dialed. We can interrupt them just so that we don't accidentally use them. And I think that we can still use this matter receiver. So now what we can go and do is make the charged porter. I think that's what it's called. Yep, charged porter. Don't need the advanced one. That one's pretty expensive. Infused diamond. Gosh, yeah, that's slightly expensive. I think we have enough ender pearls. Yeah, we have just enough. Awesome. So block of redstone. It's actually really cheap. That is phenomenal. So we got this. Gonna have to go charge it on our pretty much non-existent influx of power now. I was pretty happy with how fast we were getting power before, but then we hook it up to stuff that always drains power, and it's really slow. So we're gonna have to be careful about that. All I have it hooked up to are 3 sets of 3 water wheels, so it's fine that it's only running these. The other power system obviously is going to be a lot better, but I don't want that to be like the visual sort. I'm just going to hide it somewhere, whereas I think the water wheels look really nice out there, and they do generate some power, so they do serve a slight purpose. So I think this is full. Yeah, so it's full. Holds an okay amount of power, 200,000 RF. I don't know how much it actually uses, but I think if you're in a different dimension or something, it uses like half of the power, so you got to be careful about that. So it has no target. I guess, do you just like shift click it on something? Charge porter target set to 22. So there we go. And how much power did it take? Didn't take that much. I assume the further away you are, because it took like a random amount. So I assume the further away you are, the more it takes. And we were really close, so it took a decent amount there. Not sure though. But it took a good chunk of power there to teleport me like a couple blocks. So I'm really hoping there might be like a minimum amount it uses, or else we're going to be burning through this power super fast. Yeah, see, it's barely like coming back in there. So we will fix the power next episode, but for now, I think we got to hold off on all the technological stuff, and later I can go through here and sort all this junk out. All these building blocks and all that can get thrown in our wireless module tablet storage module thingamajigger, and that'll be very nice. So we can open up some space down here. And the one last thing that I wanted to look at, I guess we got to go past Mr. Creeper. It's kind of worrying me. Man, it is nighttime out. You know what, we're gonna sleep. There's only 3 guys on here. Man, what? Oh, we can't rest when there's monsters nearby? No, get out of here. I have no weapons, like no effective weapons right now. Okay, there we go. Now we should be able to sleep. And then I can go talk to you guys about what I need to talk to you guys about. Okay, so I also realized we should probably light it up over here. We can put the torch on this side because then it won't interrupt that as far as I'm aware. It's just that it needs to put that stupid beam up here when it's lighting up. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about, let's go over this way. There's a skeleton down there. Okay, so up here I started digging this area out more, and I wanted to get you guys' opinion on what you want me to do with this, because I realized when I started wrapping it around here, we're going up the hill so slowly, it would take forever to actually bring it up all the way. So I thought there is an option, like we could start cutting through this, like straight through the mountain right here as an option, or we could put like a little house here, or you could put kind of like an elevator area up here, or what we want to do on the top of this. I really don't know where to go with it. I'm just having fun, making things look nice outside. Hello again. What is that hat? I have no idea. But yeah, I'd love for your input on that, and please guys, let me know. You guys were telling me that you really like how it looks and everything last episode, but let me know if you actually like watching the building, and if you like the episode length. Last time it was like 40 minutes long of me just building, and that's pretty out there. It's harder to do when you're doing modded stuff because it takes a long time to prep 40 minutes of modded stuff, but it is possible to do if I just go building for fun. And another thing that I wanted to bring up that I talked to a lot of the guys in the server about, and I wanted to get you guys feedback on it, is since we're no longer living in like the spawn area, but we wanted to keep it kind of like a server oriented thing, not turning into a survival single player where you're just out at your house alone building, like it usually kind of does. We wanted to try and do like a weekly almost event, whether it be like a building that we put into spawn, or you know, going on like a dungeon raid, or you know, anything fun like that we could do that just, you know, you mess around. I know the end might reset every once in a while. We could do like some challenges, like kill the ender dragon with only certain things, or all that good stuff. So I wanted to get your opinion on that. Obviously, if you schedule it weekly, you'd probably want to do it on the weekends, so the videos would go up on the weekends, and we would try and get as many people there, but not everyone could make it. So it's just an idea that we're, you know, kind of mulling over with the guys right now, getting everyone's opinion on it. But I thought I'd get your opinion too, because, you know, you guys are the ones that are going to be watching it, so I'd like to hear what you think about it. But that is it for today, guys. Hopefully you don't mind me rambling on too much at the end. Hopefully you enjoyed the RF tools. We will actually be using more RF tools next episode, because we're going to be doing the same power setup that I did before, which requires the pearl injector and those ender pearl generators, which I think is really cool. It's pretty redstone intensive, and I'll try and make it more compact this time, but you guys can look forward to that. But if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to give it a like. As usual, check the description for the links to everyone's channel. I think there'll be another link down there this time again, so be sure to check that out just like last time. And as always, post feedback in the comments, especially on this episode, because I just asked you guys about a lot of different things at the end there to get your opinion on. So I'd love to hear your opinion, and I guess I will talk to you guys later.